Hey, how's it going, guys? So today's video we're just gonna talk about Genesect. I know everyone's super hyped about this deck. It topped 8, or it did get top cut at Memphis, and it was super rogue. People didn't expect it, and it came in and it put in work. So we're gonna talk about that deck right now. Before I get into the deck, yesterday's contest, I know that I had 2 people that kind of were messaging or commenting at 12 o'clock. The thing is, on my phone and on the website, it doesn't tell me like the exact time. It just says like 8 hours ago. Well, mostly on my phone. I haven't checked on my laptop, but on my phone it says 8 hours ago, so I don't know a specific time. But I'll have a specific time probably by tomorrow. If not, I'll figure out the contest winner by tomorrow. The only thing I'm gonna say is it was Dark Death, and then I don't know the username of the other person. Dark Death did win the first giveaway of the day yesterday, so I don't know if you want to kind of pass it on and be like, you know what, you can have it, or if you want both of them for yourself, that's fine too. I just need to figure out who was the last person that commented. So this is kind of going directly to you guys. If you guys want to let me know in the comments and be like, hey, yeah, you know what, let them have it, or be like, no, can you please figure it out, because I stayed up until 12 o'clock to comment on the video. Let me know. You can message me directly. We've talked on Instagram, so we can do that if you want to do it that way, and we can figure it out. So yeah, so that's pretty much it about the giveaway yesterday. With that said, let's get into this deck profile and see how to run Genesect, which is really neat actually, now that I look at the deck and break it down some more. Alright guys, so let's start with the Pokemon lineup. Obviously the MVP of this deck, Genesect. This thing is bananas. So it has an ability which is Energy Reload. Once per turn you can move 1 Grass Energy to from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. So if you have Grass Energy on the bench and you want to move them around, you can, and you can move them to here. The three energy costs, it looks big, and it is kind of big if we didn't have support for this, but we do. We have Venusaur, which we're going to get into in a minute, and Venusaur helps this deck out so much, and it makes it hit some really awesome numbers. So yeah, so the secondary attack, Giga Blaster, it does 50 damage for the base, and then an additional 20 for each Grass Energy. So that adds up. So if you have 3 energies, that's 60 damage. If you have, like, say 6 energies, that's 120 plus the 50, 170. That's knocking out a Lele, which 6 energies, you may think it sounds crazy, but it's not that hard to pull off with this deck. So yeah. Next, we do play 1 Mew. Because the Shining Genesect is a basic, we can copy its attack, and we're hitting for weakness on anything that's weak against Psychic, which is mostly Buzzwole, Trashalanche if it becomes a thing, because this deck is kind of item heavy. So stuff like that, this is what takes care of it. So the engine of the deck, we have 2 Bulbasaurs, an Ivysaur, and 2 Venusaurs. Venusaur, so we're just gonna get into the Venusaur. The Venusaur has the Jungle Totem effect, which for each Grass Energy attached to your Pokemon, it provides 2 instead of the 1, which is really good. And it's really awesome. So if you only have 2 energies on Genesect, 2 regular energies, it actually counts as 4. So 4, that's 80 plus 50, 130. You're doing 130 with a Genesect with just 2 energies, which is really good. And like I said before, you can stack a lot of energies and get that get those numbers up. So yeah. It does run a 1/1 line of Lurantis. The reason why it's running the Lurantis, it's for the GX move, so you can hit some really awesome numbers. For each Grass Energy attached to it, for 1 energy for each Grass attached to it, it's doing 50 times. So if you have what's it called? If you have a Metagross in your way, and instead of loading a ton of energies and committing them to your Genesect, all you need is 5, or yeah, you need a total of 5, but in reality all you need is 3 if you have the Venusaur set up. So 3, because you'll get 6, and that's 300, and that's hitting everything in the format. So yeah. The engine of the deck, Octillery. As most decks and all decks pretty much in the format right now, Octillery is your go-to for draw support. It helps out so much. Yeah, it's a stage 1, okay, get over it. But it helps out. You draw until you have 5. You get to pull off more combos, you go off, you do some really awesome things. So 1/1 Octillery. And your supporter searcher, which is Lele. Pretty much it lets you combo off. It lets you get your Sycamores, your Ends, your Skylas, your Guzmas, all the things you need to kind of like set up for those appropriate knockouts, or to maximize your hand if you get stuck. Next, the supporters. For consistency draw, we have the four Sycamores, 4 N. For this deck, because you are going through it so fast, and I'm telling you, it runs super turbo. Like, you're just playing Octillery, playing Sycamore, draw some more, play. Like, that's all you're doing. You're not waiting a turn, you're not waiting 2 turns, you're just playing your cards, playing them as fast as you can. So having the accessibility to a draw support is very important in this deck. So yeah, so with this deck you have to run the 4/4 up. Next, 2 Bridgets. For the reason of, 1, this lets you get your Genesect, your Venusaur, or your Genesect, your Bulbasaur, and your Octillery set up, which is really good. It's good to run 2, because if 1 gets prized, that kind of does hurt you in the long run. So having the accessibility to 2, it's just so you can play it every turn. Like, at least play it in your opening turn. That's what you want to do with this. 2 Guzmas. Guzmas just to get those last minute kills, to get things stuck, to kind of throw your opponent off. If they have a Garbotoxin, it's kind of like annoying you. This is kind of how you deal with it if you have already the energy set up for it. So yeah. 2 Skylas. So you can get your rare candies, Ultra Balls, other stuff, Wishful Batons to get Field Blowers, stuff like that, if things are getting your way. Garbotoxin is probably the biggest deck that hurts this deck. Other decks don't really hurt it, because they're only taking 1 prizers, unless you drop the Genesect, unless you drop the Lurantis or the Lele. But for the most part, you're not even dropping those. They're situational, and they come out when they need to come out. You don't drop them immediately. You're concentrating more on the Bulbasaur and the Genesect. So yeah, so this is really good for Garbotoxin, to get Field Blowers and stuff like that. 1 Mallow and 1 Gladion. The reason for the Gladion, which we're seeing a lot more play of, is because with decks like this, it's the list is so tight that if 1 piece of the puzzle is prized, or even 2 pieces are prized. So for example, if you have your Bulbasaurs in your deck and you have a Venusaur, but your rare candy and your Ivysaur are prized, you can't really do much. Like, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do. So you need to be able to Gladion into your prizes, pull out your rare candy, or pull out the Ivysaur, and keep going. That's the reason why the Gladion's in there. That's honestly the only reason the Gladion's in there. Maybe to get your Octillery also, so you can Gladion Octillery, play it, draw some more things. That's also a combo. So yeah, Mallow, everyone knows what Mallow does. For those of you that don't, search your deck for 2 cards, put them on top of your deck, and then search your deck for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, and then put those on top of your deck. So this is really good for setting up. You have Octillery, so you can draw it anyway, so that's really good. Next, the tools. Wishful Baton, which is busted, absolutely busted in this deck. Why? Your Genesect gets knocked out. It has 3 energies on it. Those 3 energies come over to a new Genesect, and then that Genesect is ready to go. You bring that one up, and you take another knockout. So yeah, Wishful Wisdom is so good in this deck. 2 Floodstones because the Genesects and the auxiliaries and the Venusaurs are pretty fat. It's really hard to kind of get those energies on them, but you can still put energies on them. You can 1 energy will retreat your Shining Genesect if you have your Venusaur ready. 2 energies will get rid of your Venusaur if you have the energy ready for it as well. So yeah, something I would probably recommend is always have an energy on a Pokemon. So then just in case if it does get Guzma'd up, you can just attach an energy for the turn and retreat it. Like for the Venusaur, it needs 4. But if you have 2 grass energies, that counts as 4. So you can use that to retreat. But the Floodstones also help for that reason. Now the item count. We have 4 Ultra Balls. Obviously to get the things that we need out of the deck and put them onto the board to get our Venusaurs, maybe the Genesect, maybe a Lele, so we can go Lele, Bridget, stuff like that, to get Venusaur, so we can go Bulbasaur, Rare Candy, Venusaur. It's pretty much, this is just to combo things off to get your artillery and keep going. Then we have 4 Max Elixirs, which is kind of the better engine of this deck. You're running a total of 12 energies, so you will be hitting these, and all your Pokemon are basic. You're mostly attaching these to the Genesects, and then if you have a Genesect that already has energy on board in front, and you can use their abilities to keep moving them to the front. So yeah, that's why Max Elixir is really good. It only runs 3 rare candies. Why? Because you're only running a 2-1-2 line of Venusaur. So you don't need to run the 4 candies because there's not that many stage 2s in your deck. So yeah. As I was going through the list and as I was like looking at it a little bit more detailed, rare candy is great, but I don't know. I'm just suggesting maybe Evo Soda. It's a little better, but because you can use Evo Soda for auxiliary, and you can use Evo Soda for Ivysaur, Venusaur. And it thins out the deck. So with this deck, it's very important to thin it out. So that's just a suggestion, but this is the list that topped at Memphis. So we're talking about that. But for future reference, I would suggest Evo Soda. I don't know if he did test Evo Soda or not, but it's something that I would consider. Just because you have more targets. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 Fuel Blowers, because like I said, Garbotoxin, Fighting Fury Bells do get annoying from time to time because there's too many things. It gets really, the Pokemon get really fat, so it's really hard to knock them out. So this is really good for that. And 1 Revitalizer, whatever. This thing, this thing. Okay, that thing. Sorry, this name throws me off every single time. But yeah, this is really good. You put 2 grass Pokemon, any grass Pokemon, from your discard into your hand. It's not even into your deck. It goes straight into your hand, which is really good. If you discarded a Venusaur early in the game and you want to get it back, boom, you get it back like this. So yeah, very good. Last but not least, 12 grass energies. They're not running special, they're not running counter energies, they're not running DCs. It doesn't need any of that stuff. All you need is grass energies. Max Elixirs, you're hitting them, attaching them, and getting the combos off with the Venusaur because it only says basic grass energies. Let's see. Yeah, each basic grass. So that's all you need. You don't need anything else. So there you guys have it. That's the Genesect list right there, guys. Alright guys, so that was the deck profile right there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that someone requested it and I managed to get it together for you guys. Big shout out to Ryan. He's the one that put it together. He found the list, he built it, and he got it nice and ready for me to showcase it to you guys. So shout out to him. He is the guy that does the Get Good dice. I don't have any on hand to show you, but there is a link in the description. Check out his dice. They're really awesome. I talked about them before on the channel, and I'm probably going to talk about them for a good while on the channel. They're awesome dice. They let you keep track of the game state, lets you know how many energies have been played, like how many abilities have been used, if your opponent played a supporter or not. So then when your opponent accidentally does an N and then later on they try to Guzma up, you kind of are aware of that. So it kind of prevents mistakes from happening. So yeah, so highly recommend for you guys to check that out. So do that. But yeah, with that said, let's talk about the giveaway for our 6th day of Christmas. We are, wait, yeah, 6, because today's Saturday, right? Yeah. Today is the 6th day of Christmas, guys, and today's our 6th day giveaway. So the giveaway for today, nice and simple. You got us a starter deck or a theme deck of the Decidueye. Okay, this is more for beginner giveaways. So those of you that are trying to get into the game, I would suggest signing up for this one. I am giving you guys a little Articuno pillow. So then, like, when you play this and you're like, okay, like I played it enough, it's time for a nap, you can just pull this out and just nap time. But yeah, just kidding. It's really cute. I like it. I saw it the other day when I was at GameStop doing shenanigans, and I was like, you know what, this would be perfect for a giveaway. Another keychain. This is our Lord and Savior Arceus. And to go with your theme deck, because I want you guys set and ready to go. This is more for for my juniors and seniors that watch. This is kind of a giveaway for you guys, so you guys kind of like have something. If you don't already have a competitive deck, this is kind of to get you guys started. So this is for younger viewers, but hey, maybe there's an older viewer that's getting into the game, or they have someone that they want to teach and they're like, hey, you know what, let me get you a theme deck. There you go, you're welcome. But I want you guys to be nice and set up. So you are getting a pack of sleeves with this, some dice for your damage, and a GX, burn, and poison counter. But yeah, hooking you guys up. This is a lot of stuff. Like I can't even hold it all in one hand. Like, maybe, or yeah, I can hold it in 2 hands. See, all of this. You're getting all of this. But yeah, this is a giveaway for the 6th day of Christmas. Hope you guys are enjoying these. I know I'm enjoying giving them to you guys. So I'm happy. I hope you guys are happy, and that's pretty much all that should matter. But yeah, so with that said, giveaway to this link will be in the description. Check that out. It's our 6th day of Christmas. So just remember, it ends. Sorry, I like paused and distanced myself from my mind for like 2 seconds. Anyways, the giveaway for this ends at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, please understand that. Okay, I don't want to say it again. Okay, one more time. Pacific Standard Time. All right, please remember that, Pacific Standard Time. I can't even say it enough. But yeah, and then we'll draw us a winner tomorrow, and then tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and then I have one more giveaway for that, and then I might have another giveaway for Monday. We'll see. I'll see. Check my list. Let's see who's been naughty and nice. I got it right here. It's just a napkin, guys. But yeah, anyways. But I am gonna see. Maybe I have another giveaway for you guys on Monday. But for sure, tomorrow is our 7th day of Christmas. That'll probably be the last one. But let's see if I can pull something out of the rug, or I can put something together for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching or looking at this Genesect deck. It looks really awesome. It's something I would probably play, but I wouldn't play it at like a big tournament. I'll probably bring it to locals just to like scare people. But that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.